Yes. What is going on, everyone? How are you all doing out there? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. We really do appreciate it. Guys, we are right there at the mother freaking finish line for Snowfall Season 6, Episode 9. Titled Sacrifice. What is this episode about? Franklin attempts to recover his stolen money. My, we're going to get into it. And the way we're going to do that, guys, this is going to be full spoilers, okay? If this is your first time here, we are going to spoil this episode up, down, left, right, in, and out. As if you've already seen it, you have been warned. So go watch the show on FX, on Hulu, then come back for all of this spoilery goodness. Yes. Come back just like Ice Cube said on Friday. Come back. And then you can get all this spoilery goodness. But as you can see, I'm not by myself. I got my main homie right there on the right of the screen, Miss Tyra with Reviewz TV. Hello, ma'am. Yes, I need to get a soundboard so I can do all that right there. But how you doing, ma'am? Thank you for being here. How you doing?
I am awesome. I'm ready to be like, oh my gosh.
I'm ready too.
I'm hyped. I'm off of adrenaline. Like all I'm gonna say is don't try. Be like, don't try it.
Okay. I can't wait to hear what you got to say. Because look, guys, this is how we do it. I don't know how she feels about it. She doesn't know how I feel about it. All I know is that she was super duper excited to talk to me about this. Not trying to sound obnoxious or anything, but you know, we were blessed with the opportunity to get screeners for this season. And she was like, "B, did you see the episode yet? Did you see it? Oh my God, we're gonna talk about it right now." And I was like, "Damn it, I don't have my computer." You know what I'm saying? And so we had to wait, but we are finally here. But of course, this is Miss Tyra with Reviewz TV. Yeah. If you love what I have to say and her has to say, you can follow both of us on social media. Our handles are on the screen. Her information is in the description box of this video. And like always, bam, she is right there on my channel tab, smack in the middle. This is what her channel looks like right here. Man, she is climbing on up there, about to hit that 20K, her next milestone. And then right after that, we're going to help her get to 1 billion subscribers. Yes. But Tyra, man, this episode right here, it was good. It had me on the edge of my seat. There was a time or two, a line of dialogue or so that had me laughing out loud. I had to take it back a few times. But also, Tyra, there was some shocking things that happened. Of course, we're going to address the elephant in the room to where it pissed me off. I'm upset. I'm a bit disappointed, Tyra, with the way this episode ended. I'm just like, what are you doing? But I'm not going to spill the beans. We're going to save that juicy nugget for the end. But I'm just saying to myself, man, we got 1 episode left. How can they tie everything together? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I hated this episode. I really did like the episode. It was just some things that I would have done differently. You know, I'm just some characters I kind of want to just like this. You know what I'm saying? And so I can't wait to get my thoughts out. I can't wait to hear yours. I can't wait to hear what the rest of the crew and everybody else on the internet says as well. But I'm kind of bummed out, to be honest with you. But still a great episode, but a little bummed out. That's my general impressions of this episode. But how are you feeling about it, Tyra? Or do you agree with me? You disagree? Somewhere in the middle. How you feeling?
I love this episode. Like, hey, as far as I'm concerned, Sissy is an OG, and she went out like the thug that she is.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna leave it at that until we get to where we need to be. But it like really lends itself to the adrenaline in this episode. It was nonstop. My expectations were met and then some, because this was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Were you able to predict anything, or was everything just a big surprise to you? You know, you didn't see it coming. You know, possibly the ending you probably didn't see coming. You know, maybe you did. I don't know, but you know, wasn't there anything a surprise, or because there was one thing that we're going to talk about it when we get to it that you predicted a long time ago, It was the mindset of Teddy. And he actually admitted it in this episode where Franklin was torturing him with the corn oil, which was very, very satisfying. The only thing that was disappointing to me is, I'm being silly but serious at the same time, I think Franklin should have also took a dump in his mouth. What?
You were obsessed.
Anyway, y'all like, this dude is nasty as hell. But no, I mean, were you able to predict anything, or was everything a surprise for you?
The ending, I felt it, but it still hit, the same just to see it. But I felt the ending coming off of Sissy, just with the mentioning of Alton, because I never believed that Alton was still with us.
Really? Okay. I speak about the ending without talking about the ending. When it was walking up, trying to meet Steven, what's his name? Steven Havermeyer. I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought that was the dumbest plan in the world. I was scared. I was about to bleed out my ear. I was so nervous, not knowing what was going on. But we're going to get to that. But one of the things I never saw it coming to where Teddy and Ruben would be locked up together in a trunk and then put into a basement, warehouse, garage, however you want to describe it. That was so fulfilling to me. I mean, like, after all this, you got the KGB, a CI and an ex-CIA agent tied up, chained up by some Negroes, like, and of course that's no self-hate taught over here, but in the eyes of the enemy, the Teddy and Ruben, they never thought that they would have been in this position. You know what I'm saying? We are nothing to them, like, we're just farts in the wind as far as they're concerned, but we're the ones that have the power. And I was like, yes, this right. I just want to press pause on the TV while they're tied up and just, just let this soak in, as I'm watching this on my big screen or whatever. So I love that part right there, that aspect. I mean, were you feeling the same, or like, of course, I liked it, or not really?
Yeah, I was here for it. Nobody likes Ruben and Teddy. Like, Ruben has proven himself time and time again to not be loyal to anybody. It's you was about to let Franklin die 2 seconds ago, but now you want to meet him where he is and expect him to just let you go. Like, get out of here, sit down and put the bag over your head. I was just really here for it. I'm always going to be here for Teddy getting got and just being in awe in the fact that, but I'm Teddy. Like, you're not untouchable. So it was really good to see.
Yeah, it was. I have so many questions. One of the things that at the very beginning of this episode, of course, we're going to talk about Oso and Gustavo, but we got to talk about crackhead cop Buckley and also coming to the rescue to save Louis. I don't know if we're going to see Louis again. We may not, and that's sad. I mean, I don't like Louis, and I'm going to talk about her a little bit later. But what do you think was up Franklin's sleeve? Do you think that he is, really rooting for Louis, trying to help her escape, or, he had like a guilty conscience just to say, okay, well, I did warn you to give you enough time to get out of there, to, get out of Dodge? Or, I mean, do you feel, or I guess I'm not posing that question the way I want to. Do you feel that he was being genuine and trying to help her, or just, trying to use it as an excuse? Like, say for instance, things circle back around and he does meet Louis again. Well, I did warn you. I did, or I did warn you so that he can't be to blame of, her getting raided, or, you looking at it the other way.
No, I feel like it was late. Like, they're literally outside. But yeah, the timing was off. I'm like, we couldn't tell her any sooner because it was literally this close. But at the end of the day, he didn't have to say anything to her. He already utilized her for what he needed her for. So he could have just, simply just let her get arrested and moved on. As also said, they have footage of her. Nobody knows anything about you. But yeah, it was like, I'm like, well, you couldn't call her, an hour earlier.
Right.
I keep forgetting with the show, like the concept of time, because we're literally like day after day. But I was like, man, if he had waited a second later, Louis in her all white on feeling godly, she would have been arrested. Like, first of all, Louis looking better, and she looked real fine in her all white jumpsuit situation.
Yes, yes. To be honest with you, I noticed that too. I wasn't going to comment on it, but I did notice that she had some cakes back there. I don't
Yeah,
know if
she
she's been
did.
doing some
She
squats since the
did.
funeral or whatever, keep the blood flowing or whatever, keep her mind off of Jerome. But she was looking good. It was also kind of pointless for Franklin, like you said, to even call because, I mean, he may have had good intentions. And you guys let us know what you think in the chat, but Louis was on the phone, as soon as she saw the red and blue lights. So even if Franklin didn't call, it's not like he necessarily helped her. He probably gave her a 15-second head start. And I guess that can help. You know what I'm saying? Because when you run it down the alley, you can bust a turn on a corner real quick, and then somebody come around the other way, and they can barely miss you like that. But I was just saying to myself, man, I guess I was right in my assessment of at the end of season 5 of like there's no way anybody's going to get out of this, and it doesn't look like it. Louis, I don't like. Let me ask you this: Buckley came and picked her up. Do you think? And I want to ask you, why is he so loyal to them in the first place?
He has nothing else.
True, yeah, he is a junkie. But do you really think that she has a house with stash cash, or do you think that she was lying just to get out of Dodge and Buckley was correct when he was being held hostage? Like, wait a minute, there ain't no house, there ain't no cash. Like, what do you think she's really headed off into a motel somewhere with nothing, no resources, or do you really think she has something stashed away?
She has to have something. Like, there would be the logical thing would be for her to have something. I don't see them storing, even with Franklin rolling up, stealing from them. I don't see them where they storing like every single dime all in that one place. I just really, really don't believe that with everything going on that her and Jerome wouldn't have a plan B as to this is where we will go when things get hot. So I do think there's something, but not trusting Buckley, with that whole situation. You're not coming with me.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, definitely. Now, I thought he was going to try to pull a fast one on her. When he was like, hey, I got to take a piss, and he's pulling over, I'm thinking a whole bunch of cops are going to come and raid the car. Get out the car, Louis, get out the car. And then, Buckley over there behind the tree, smoking his pipe or whatever, like, I got you, bitch. Something like,
why you sound like cops?
I don't know. That just came to my
no,
mind.
you have to remember that he isn't a part of the force anymore. Like, you're not even a cop anymore. This is all that you have at this moment as far as the income that's rolling in to provide you with this crack. So
yeah.
No.
I wonder how much she's paying him, to be their lab dog or whatever. But let me ask you this: do you think it would have been in her best interest to kill Buckley? Because
it's not a question.
I thought you was gonna have to think about it. Like, she was like, no, get him out of there.
Loose end. That's
yeah.
I'm hoping that she didn't give him an actual location of where anything could be, or it can be anything like that, because he does have a couple disloyal cops in his back pocket that will go after her or whatever. So right. I would have shot Buckley so quick.
Man. The only thing that would have held me back was I don't want to leave a child without a father, without a parent, whether they good or bad. That's my it's time like fuck that. That's my only and she brought it up too, like your son not gonna know how his daddy died or something. She said she brought up the son. Yeah. And I was just like, what's going on? But I like the way she handled the situation. She wasn't stupid. She kept distance. I felt her aggression. Like, if you don't give me the pager and the keys, I'm gonna blow you the F away.
Like, did you forget that Jerome called you because you were smoking crack? Like, he's like, ain't nothing in there. Like, what? He called you.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, I would have. I probably would have shot him in the leg or the kneecap or something. Just so it'll be more difficult for him to chase her. And he's also he would be more concerned. Not nothing fatal if we're gonna go that route. But just enough for him to be more concerned with his injury than Louis, so she can, get out of Dodge, give her kind of like a few hour head start.
Sprinkle some crack in the woods, and Buckley would have ran off.
That is hilarious. That's hilarious. But I wonder what's going to happen with Louis, because we may not see her again. Do you want to see her again? Do you care to see her again?
I think we will. We ain't get nobody's closure, unless they're gonna dig up Peaches out of nowhere for the last episode. I need something from somebody. I want to know what happens to Louis.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just hoping she got like at least $300,000 $100,000, in the in the backyard somewhere in the tool shed or something, in the back house.
Because like, well, why are we wasting time, slow boogieing, packing up bags and money, and like, is that really all you had? And then she didn't take anything with her.
Yeah, well, so Franklin got up to $73 million. I think Jerome and Louis, if I remember, they got, I think it was no more than 20 million.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right or wrong? Do you know how much money?
It wasn't any more than that. It was between 10 and 20 million.
Okay. Now, assuming that they had multiple locations for their stash and all that, I don't know how much Franklin stole from them. I don't know. I mean, I guess I just asked that question, but if you had to guess, how much money would she have left? Including what was at the house that, because she was like 5 minutes, like how much you think she had there? Maybe about $1 million. If you had to guess,
I'll say 5.
5. Okay,
I'd say 5. Okay. But she may be telling the truth about having a million stored. While Buckley talking about he wants half. It's like, get the boy.
I hope so. I hope so. That would break my heart if Jerome and Louis wasn't smart enough to where it was only those two people, those two bodies, those two souls that knew, where X marks the spot on the map. You know what I'm saying? So you guys let us know what you think as far as Louis is concerned. Do you think that she should have shot Buckley? Do you feel that she really has a house somewhere with $1 million cash stashed away? Do you want to see her again? Let us know in the final episode. Let us know everything you feel about Louis. We are dying to know. But now let's move on to our favorite character, Miss Tyra, Mr. Oso, Mr. Gustavo. Man. He's left. He's silly. He's out of here. I don't really care if I see Louis. I mean, I wouldn't mind to see Louis again, but I definitely do. I would definitely love to see Gustavo one more time. I don't know, even if it's just a quick shot
on the beach with a mojito.
That or him on top of a roof somewhere or in a window with a sniper rifle covering Franklin or something. I got you, Franklin. The Lone Ranger, he takes the shot and then just dips into the shadows. I'm being silly, but I'm serious. Man, like I mean, we gotta have one shot of Oso with his family and the boys with the money.
It felt too easy.
It did.
It felt really easy. I was like,
you know what I thought was gonna happen?
What?
When he was walking away and like Franklin was like, "Oh, so," you know what I'm saying? And he was like, promise me that Teddy wasn't gonna come back and get me. And he was like, I don't know what's next for me. What do you call him? Moreno. When he was walking off, I thought he was gonna die. I thought somebody was gonna blast him away. He's gonna just fall on the tarmac. I was just like, oh, I can't take this. And I was like, oh, it's the next scene. He didn't get shot. Oh God, I knew he was gonna get his head blown off. I just knew it. So that my anxiety was kicking in. So I was so happy when that didn't happen. I mean, where you at on that?
I just hope it sticks and don't nobody roll up on Oso while he trying to live his best life. Like, leave my man's alone. Has he not suffered enough? Leave Oso. Yeah. Leave him alone, because I was really thinking hard with the whole premise of Teddy and whether or not Teddy was gonna make it this episode. Teddy don't forget nothing. He was definitely gonna roll up and take Oso out. But still, it just felt so like casual, like, all right, Franklin. I was like, this seems very easy, but I'm hoping that this is real.
Yeah, me too. Where are you at on the confrontation between Ruben and Sissy and Ruben? When Franklin's like, hey, we got her in there, and are they together? No, they could be talking, scheming, planning. But she goes in there, and he's like, please let me go. We got the recordings in the briefcase. We know everything about Franklin. We got the tapes. And let me go and we can take care of him. And, you manipulated me and all my feelings. And like, Sissy, what did you expect? Like, I don't get it. Like, you can't even trust somebody in your own hood, let alone the KGB. Like, I just thought I was really disappointed to hear her say that. Like, what did you think, ma'am? That it was nice working with you, sissy, and y'all gonna be friends, and you gonna come to the.
She really did.
Like, help me out, Tyra. Help me
She
out.
really did. I think I've been saying from the moment that Alton disappeared and the KGB was introduced in their relationship that she thought she had, I've been knew it was untrustworthy. I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop. I just hated that it took to get here for Sissy to be like, I can't trust you. You would turn my son in, and you had recordings in the briefcase. Like, yeah, Sissy.
I mean, again, I'm not mad at Sissy for teaming up with Ruben. I'm not. You know, you're trying to escape with your husband. Teddy makes Alton disappear because we didn't know what, you know. So she's out of her league. Like, okay, I'm gonna need some help to take this person down. So I'm not mad at her for teaming up. I'm just mad that she trusted this dude, and she's shocked. That's like getting surprised, Tyra, that there's racists still alive today. Like, oh my God, there's white people out there that still don't like black people. Like, why are you surprised by this? You should just be prepared. You know what I'm saying? So
I was more concerned with the fact that she didn't outright tell Franklin, like, there's a situation with the KGB. All of the things that you told him has been recorded. Like, even though it's enough going on, that's still, you know, notable information. She just kind of sat on it the entire episode and just, you know, was passionate about walking away. But I'm like, you're not going to say anything about that?
Yeah. That's weird right there. That's weird. You know, Sissy, and I'm looking at you now. You should have got some hits off as well. You know, should have walked on his nuts. You could have pissed in his mouth. I mean, I'm petty level 9,000 over here, man. Like, it's just I don't know, lot of missed opportunities. You know, as far as you know, them being able to take advantage of the situation, you know, that they were in. And so but Teddy, I was thinking to myself, like, okay, how is this going to play out? Like, Franklin can't kill Teddy. You're not going to get any money, and you know, Teddy is not your average bad guy. You know, his pride level is past 9,000. You know, he's not going to let it go. And I'm gonna bring up the part where you got right a long time ago here in a second. But how'd you feel about this? I want to talk about the part that made me laugh, but did you feel at any point that Franklin had control and that, you know, Teddy would, you know, spill the beans, or you thought it was lost cause?
No, it took a while. It took a while with it being Teddy. It just goes to show how much Teddy undermines him, that even though you clearly have no cards here outside of, you know, you withholding that information, you could die. And it's just like, oh, well, let's just say he keeps trying to play that power dynamic that they used to have in the past. And it's just like that shit is not working anymore. You are no longer, you know, that Teddy. Like, this is a whole different dynamic. It just took so much for Franklin to escalate so far for him to realize that he was serious. Like, him killing your father wasn't enough. Like, you literally had to be, oh gosh. But I loved all of the energy as far as Franklin and the tactics, and it just kind of kept escalating. And it's like, I mean what I say. It's like, I'm going to leave you here and then I'll be back in the morning. Like, and I'm like, oh, he's right on time. Right. He's like, it just took so long. I'm like, Teddy, what do you need him to do? Cut your balls off? Like, sir.
The energy was great. Yeah,
it was really great. It was like some of the best acting between the both of them. Like, in the show, like, the scenes were really, really good, but I really enjoyed seeing him best Teddy. Nobody likes Teddy.
I couldn't agree more, ma'am. I almost forgot to mention that too, because when I was watching the first time, I was like, yeah, the acting is damn good, especially from Franklin. I mean, he is fed up, you know, and of course Franklin wanted the money, but at some point in time, I was thinking to myself, Franklin would be more happy with just the satisfaction that, you know, he overpowered Teddy and that he has the, you know, the controlling hand, you know, more than, of course he wants the money, you know, but, you know, I think he would have been I don't want to say just as satisfied, but near as satisfied. Like, okay, I didn't get the money, but I was still able to beat this man in chess, his own game, you know, and everything did circle back around. Just like Teddy said, like, put yourself in my shoes. Would you, you know, give up any leverage that you had? And he was like, I was in your shoes. First of all, in episode 8, and also in the earlier seasons when he talked about when he tailboned him and you know, all of that stuff. So that was really nice right there. I loved it. It was something I was just about to say but it slipped my mind. My goodness gracious, I thought it was so important. But
I like the dynamics of their like father-son-esque relationship, where it's about more than the money, and it's more about their relationship and what they were to each other prior to this, you know, blowing up. Because Franklin, even though he's heated and pissed off and he's changed, he still really looked up to Teddy. Like when he said, like, "Why you didn't leave me? Why you couldn't leave me something?" I was like, "Oh." I was really fearing for that dynamic, because, you know, Alton was MIA once upon a time, and Teddy was Teddy, but he really aspired and looked up to Teddy as, you know, this father figure in this role. He really genuinely thought Teddy cared about him.
Well said.
Like, oh gosh, like this is sad.
yeah, you're right. You're 100%.
But I was more so shocked with Teddy, and it kind of because no, with the both of them, it is about the money, but just that whimpering from Teddy as to say, like, you were gonna leave me. I was like,
yes.
Oh God.
Yeah. And that's the point where you got right, because in one of our other recaps, you were just saying to yourself that Teddy could not just stand the fact that Franklin was mature enough to walk away, but Teddy has to put his foot down and be like, no, you're not going to just walk away from me and have control over your life. I have control over you. This is my operation. Yada, yada, yada. So you hit that nail on the head, ma'am. So just shout out to you. So I love collabing with you and all. Yes.
It's my money. When he finally let out that yup of it's my money, it was never yours. You don't own anything. I was like, oh, this is so good. This is so good. We had to push this far for Teddy to show his real, true intentions. Like you never cared about Franklin.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Teddy that emotional ever. Have we? This is the first time. And I'm not just talking about the whimpering, because anybody's gonna whimper and cry if you have corn oil on your chest. We're gonna talk about that specifically. But yeah, this is the most emotional, I think, that other than him, or at least in front of Franklin. I mean, he did scream at Panera Bread. We're gonna bring her up briefly. Excuse me, when she went through her drawer and found his mother's old ring or whatever, like, you dug through my things. We normally don't see Teddy pop off like that. But even just backing up a little bit, just how Franklin was so in control of the situation. Like, look, like you said, the bank is gonna open in the morning. Can either give me the information to live or just die, and I'm gonna blow your head off. And this why he just said it so cool, calm, and collected with just so much confidence. Like, I'm just tired, bro. This is the last stage in the video game. If you gotta use the restroom, you gotta boo pee pee, just do it right there.
Yeah, ain't nobody.
We're not, and that's smart, And these sometimes I gotta go to the bathroom. Okay. You don't try nothing.
Yeah,
right, exactly. Right. We're not even gonna chance it. Go to the bathroom on yourself. However long we're here, I can deal with the smell for $70 million. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. So I liked all that right there. I really did. But it was so funny. I don't know what happened. Well, okay. I'll talk about. No, I'll wait. No, I don't. Which one I'll talk about first? I was gonna say Veronique or the corn oil, or it was a line of dialogue. But I'm gonna talk about this line of dialogue that was so funny to me, because the questions that Franklin was asking Teddy were just such as common sense questions, like what was the point? What was the reason of stealing the money? Like, I want to know. And of course, you just addressed that. Like, it was my operation. I wanted to hurt you so bad, for leaving me. But what's so funny to me, he was like, just stop. Stop with the bullshit. First of all, you're selling my mama lies, talking about Alton is in some jail in Puerto Rico. And that got 60.
That shit.
Yeah. He grabbed him like this. I don't give a fuck about Alton. Whether he's alive or dead, it's the principle. You're lying through your teeth. It was funny. I was laughing, but I was like, it was serious. But again, he was like, why? This is after he got tortured. It's not about you, but it's about the neighborhood and $70 million and resources. He was like, just stop with the bullshit. The Pentagon spends $250 billion a year in defense. And you're telling me you needed my pocket change? I was on the floor. I was like, it was such a BS lie. Like,
Oh,
really?
gosh.
And I knew that. I didn't know the exact number. I was like, hold on now. But when Teddy was trying to monologue and stuff like it, but you know, and we got to do it for this in the country and the patriot and da 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 da. I was like, wait a minute, bro. You stole 70 million. I know the government spends like over 200 something billion on defense a year.
Teddy's
you know, I swear I took it back 4 times because Franklin was. Franklin was like, enough is enough. Okay, I don't want to hear this, man.
Lying since we got you in here. You start off with a lie, like everybody in here. He's like, that would have scared me if I had known that the CIA threw you away a long time ago.
That's what I forgot to. Thank you.
Like,
thank you.
That's not going to work. Yes. Why are you lying? Like the fact that he would lie to Sissy, and it really shook Sissy because she was like, "What? Like,
yeah."
Is he like, and then he's just him being Teddy, he's such a master manipulator. But me knowing Teddy, I was like, Teddy is lying. At this moment, between him and Ruben being one and the same, you guys are willing to say and do a little bit of anything to get out of here. Alton is definitely not alive. Like, he set it up, the scenario. Yeah, I took him to, Puerto Rican prison. I was like, what?
I kind of believed him, though. I kind of believed him. I mean, I'm saying to myself, okay, he's just saying that because he's trying to get out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get there. But like you said, that's what I forgot to bring up because we were talking about how Franklin had control of the situation. Because Teddy was lying, but when he found it out, like that would have scared me, back in the day. But I know you gotta let go. He's like, damn, this nigga been doing his research. You know what I'm saying?
What he said, like, what did you have to give Oso for him to give me up? Not as much as I thought I would have. Like, he dropped you for nothing. Like,
and the fact that he was surprised that Oso would turn him in, like thought.
He really did.
Yeah.
Teddy, as far as like Teddy, I love the dynamics as far as Ruben or even just somebody like Teddy. They really, especially with everybody, as far as also Franklin all being minorities, they really do feel like they have ownership and entitlement to these people, loyalty, just everything. Yeah. Like, are you serious? Like, he really, like, it was just really disgusting. But I was glad that Teddy finally said what needed to be said. You took this money for this reason, and you've always been this kind of person. Like, this had nothing to do with the Pentagon.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. And people out there, you're watching the show, especially black people. Like, look, man, I don't mean to just sound morbid or hateful or anything, because I'm not. And it took me a long time to learn and really understand and comprehend this. But a lot of us still make the mistake that the dominant society and members of it really do give a F about us, and they don't. I'm not saying that every white person out there is evil. I'm not saying that. There are handfuls of good white people somewhere that truly do believe in justice, but it is not to the extent, to the level that you really think it is. It's not. They love you like we're the pets of the family. Okay, like a lot, white people can love black people, majority. They love you like you're the dogs of your family.
No, and if you have a dog, he genuinely thought he owned. It was given slavery. He thought he owned Franklin.
Yes. Tyra, do you have a pet? Have you ever had one?
And I don't do pets.
You don't do pets? Okay. But if you have a pet, if you have a cat or a dog, you love your dog. Okay, you take care of your dog, you feed your dog, you groom your dog. Sometimes you let your dog sleep in the bed with you. You play with your dog. I mean, the dog is a part of the family, but it's still a goddamn dog. If the dog tries to look at you a certain way or stand up, and you go, well, it's a dog. Shoot the dog, get another one. It's the same thing, man. So let this be a lesson to you out there. Not for you to go, oh, I hate all white people. No. But just put your thinking cap on and be like, okay, look, okay, they may be out in the street yelling Black Lives Matter. Okay, but do they, would they have a problem if we moved up on the economic ladder? And that'll open up your eyes to a lot. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, we also got to worry about Franklin. He have these nightmares. He almost shot his wife, Veronique, when she coming in. Hey, baby, you okay? I was like, oh, don't shoot your wife. And wait, are they married right now? No, they're not even married.
No,
the baby mama, then the mother of the child. They're not even married. I almost shot her, and they're bouncing checks, Tyra. They need the money, and we're gonna definitely talk about what Cece said to Veronique at the end.
Shut up!
I loved it. Go ahead. Yeah, that That was appropriate. That was appropriate. And Bernie couldn't say nothing. She was like, yeah.
I ran that back.
Yeah. Shut up. Not only said she pointed at her too. Like,
shut up.
Yeah, that's
I'm sick of you. You shut up.
Yeah, you had it. Yeah. You lost that one, Bernie. Sissy was well on her right there. Well, hold on. Talk about Sissy, man. We jumping around. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Why you so emotional? Like, you know what the deal is. You telling Franklin, let's just give Teddy to the KGB Ruben and get out of here. Let's get the tapes. Let's leave the country. We are too far in right now. We're at the finish line. You don't even want to give Franklin more than 5 minutes, to torture Teddy or whatever. And you want to, and then Leon, I know Leon, your favorite character. Leon is co-signing. That was disappointing to me. How'd you feel about that exchange?
Leon and Sissy, what I didn't hear, I didn't think she intended, like, let's just give Teddy over to the KGB. I believe that Sissy always had intentions of Teddy being taken out, which is why, we got that ending that we did. But I thought it was just more like, this is, which is crazy because where we are, you can't stop now and be like, oh, it's too much now. Like, look,
I'm saying, yes.
Sissy, look at where we are. But I did understand, how she felt. Like, we really don't know at the end of the day how this is going to end. Like, even if you do get the money, like, look at how we are. Like, we are constantly, every little second here is a second wasted to get caught up for, somebody to come in. Like, it's just, they're just living on borrowed time. And it's just like, how about you just be thankful for your family, your baby, the prospects of the future that you could still live and not spend the rest of your life in prison or be dead. Let's just go. Like, this is tearing us apart. But I was like, Sissy, you a little late, boo. It's real late. But yeah, I just love how she was trying to give him that sweet mother talk. Like, between her and Teddy, everybody's just delusional as far as how far gone he actually is. Like, he's not that kid anymore. So those little talks, and he's like, yeah. Yeah, so I'm finna go back in here because he about to break. Like, right. I don't have time for this, Mom. You distracted me from what I'm trying to do.
And I like that. So would you have listened to Sissy and left, or would you have continued on with Franklin and then playing with the Russian roulette with the pistol? I want your opinion on that too, because he didn't give a damn. He almost blew his head off. And so, yeah, answer that. Would you have still tortured after 5 minutes of questioning? The torture didn't started yet. Mm-hmm. Would you have abandoned ship like Sissy and Leon wanted, or would you have went in there and wrecked shop or some more?
I wouldn't torture Teddy a whole lot more. I was like, it's so many innovative ways to torture somebody. This Russian roulette, I mean, it's cute, and I love how Teddy was acting like, oh my God, this is just as if he wasn't about to melt Franklin last episode.
Right. Jesus.
But I thought he was going to go a little bit further. It's not, so much the quick, of the torture. It's the slow churning thing that's going to get that money out of him. But it was a little too much talking, in my opinion. I would have been like, stuck a screwdriver in Teddy's
head. I would have had so many tools.
So much.
Oh my God. I would have got a hammer and nails. I'm like, let's see if I can nail this and hammer this nail in your kneecap and all this.
The fact that the most innovative thing as far as torture would come from V, I was like, all right. Like, out of all people, V rolled up like, we ain't got time for this. The bills are piling up. I don't know. For 2 seconds, I thought she maybe lost the baby, or she had went into labor when she called him, but we don't really hear her mention. I'm like, were you calling to talk about the businesses, or were you calling about the baby? Because she did have that. I guess it was a Braxton Hicks contraction type situation. I don't know, but something was going on with the baby. But the fact that V rolled up like, we ain't got time for this. I love Teddy. He was like, she seems nice.
Yeah, I was staring at her stomach. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I was staring at her stomach.
Smaller, didn't it?
Yeah, I was like, I don't see the baby. Well, I was like, okay. At first, I was like, miscarriage, but I was like, wait a minute. If that happened, and I'm of course no expert, I'm thinking she would not be just. I don't think it's just up and about, walking around. I think she would be depressed in bed or something. And I don't know. But yeah. I was like, okay, I don't think it's a miscarriage because she's moving around quite easy. But yeah, she was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't lost my mama. We need to get this money. We can't be bouncing these checks and all this. This is not gonna go down. So she pulls out the corn oil.
Do
And
you understand the dynamic of their businesses? Like, I'm like, it's like they think like they're gonna walk out and just be legitimate business people. I'm like, are these businesses that you guys are gonna run from overseas in hiding? Like, exactly
you know,
how does this work with the properties? Like,
I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that
you guys
because
are hot. Like, you criminals. What are you doing?
good point, man. Good point. Somebody, yeah, address that in the comments in the chat. I'm curious. I don't know. Maybe they could. Maybe, well, actually, they could still leave the country because I mean, I'm just thinking about who I pay my rent to. The owner never wants to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to jump through hoops. I've been in my town hall for 10 years. I think I've had a ton of complaints. And I think I've talked to the owner one time, and I was begging and pleading in the beginning, like, I need to talk to the owner now. and they hire people like, no, this is the point of me hiring a property manager because I don't want to deal with you. You know, so they could just own the building and something like that. So, but I don't know, but we'll see. But she poured out he heated up the corn oil, and Teddy got real messed up with that. That was so satisfying to hear him grovel like it sounded like he was throwing it down his chest. And he gonna have the nerve to call Franklin the animal. Man, get the F out of here.
You're an animal.
Yeah, man, stop it. But Franklin forwarded a little bit too early, talking about half. Tyra, I would have poured that on his feet, on his knees. Down his throat would have been the last resort because that would have killed him probably, and he wouldn't. I
would have hit the penis up because that's the sensitive area.
Yes,
like,
yes.
That just showed me how, like, I don't agree. You know, at the like Sissy, it's a little late now, but he is like far gone, like mentally. The fact that it's just like what you said half. Like it was instant. Like he peaked up at half. When you could have walked away with everything if you would have put a little bit more pressure on Teddy. If he was broken for half, then he could have, broke for the rest.
Yeah. Pour it on the penis, destroy the penis. That's I mean, his chest was flayed. Like, man, like do it like okay, Teddy, because he got the account numbers, he finally got that in his wallet or whatever. But okay, Teddy, man, I would have brought a phone down there. Do it right now. I'm gonna destroy your right hand. Okay, I'm gonna destroy your left hand. I thought about kidnapping the boy, and I was like, no, don't do that. The boy is innocent. Maybe his. Yeah, I don't want to go there.
I was hoping they would find Panera Bread's ass and take her. I was really hoping that would happen.
I thought about it too, but Teddy don't give a damn about her.
You think not his boo that we proposing to, and when he said, "I got things to live for, so I'm willing to break it half." Now, I thought that Panera was one of his things to live for. I just proposed, and I got things to live for.
Did we ever figure out who impregnated his mother, the mother of his child, his baby mama? No, okay, because I mean I know they have a child together, but she showed up, and they was like, "Oh, what's this?" So. But yeah, man, he should have poured that corn oil everywhere, like all over his body, and so that's just kind of like a
clever Teddy with the number secretly hidden in it. Like, we went through your wallet. It's like, no, it's transparent. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was interesting, but yeah, we they do the torture thing, and I don't know why Sissy was all. I didn't like Sissy this episode. I just. Because she's like, "What are you gonna go through with this?" Okay, so you wanted to let Ruben go, and you wanted to let both of them go. Hey, let's free the prisoners, and we're gonna give Teddy to Ruben, and give Teddy a chance to escape. But instead, Franklin wants to turn Teddy in to get $35 million. And then turned in the Russian spy. Like, Sissy's plan was just dumb. Like, you're releasing two pit bulls that can come back and kill you, but Franklin wants to at least turn one of them in and get a half of a fortune. Like, well, if you do this, I don't want the baby or Leon to go near the transaction. I'll go just instead. So they won't
purpose. She had her agenda right off the back. As far
you think
as
so.
Yeah, right at that moment, she been knew that she was gonna take out Teddy. Like that's what she was waiting on. That's why that last question of give me this information prior, but that's all I would ever need from you. If that's not a real thing, she always had that was her whole agenda the entire show. Like, I need to kill Teddy. Like, he has to die. We're gonna kill Teddy, right? That's all she ever wanted to do.
I
So it's
don't
like
know. I don't know.
I thought the whole thing was to kill Teddy. The only thing with salvaging the KGB situation is because she's worried about those tapes or whatever that she did not tell Franklin about. But I still identify with Franklin because it's like it's about the money, but everything. If we walk away now and we walk away with nothing, that means everything that's transpired was just for nothing.
For
like
nothing.
Jerome, our family, like everything that's happening to just us in general over the past 6 seasons. I'm just supposed to let that go.
So yeah, let's go ahead and get there. Let's go ahead and get there. Just a funny moment. She told Veronique to shut up again. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. And I just don't like her attitude. And when for her to say, "Let me go," because if I want to make sure that just gonna shoot you. Like, what are you stopping? Like, who are you? I didn't understand that. Like, oh, we can't shoot him because Sissy's here. That's gonna mess. So that didn't make sense to me. If somebody can explain that, please do. But when it was walking up to the meeting point to meet Steven, first of it was funny. Franklin had him on the phone. Like, first of all, I'm not gonna say anything until I know.
Nigga, you know who this is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
you gave him that Uncle Jerome. Nigga, right. You know who it is. Like, stop.
Exactly.
Stop playing with me.
You know who this is. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. And so again, I like that. I like that Franklin is. He has that amount of control and authority over him or whatever. But when they was walking up, I was scared. I'm like, okay, what's happening?
I was like, you gonna put. I was like, first he already when Sissy said after this, you either do this or you're never gonna see me again after this. And he was like, I can live with that. I was like, oh. Yeah. But when she put herself in the forefront, I'm like, Franklin is really going. You about to let your mother roll up in the front of this situation? Anybody could just pop off blasting. Agents could pop out. Anything could happen. It was a really risky situation.
I just knew it was 17 snipers all around. I'm like, what kind of plan is this? Like, I'm surprised. Like, I'm just thinking about that though. Just think about this. If the CIA could have easily had agents all around. Take out Sissy, take out Franklin. It could have been a kill shot or not. Just eliminate them, get Teddy, and disappear. Mm. And nothing would have happened. Nobody could have done anything. So I don't understand that. I just
It's because the agent, he has his own separate agenda, wanting that money also. So I think that's maybe why he went along. And then it's also like, if y'all don't do whatever, I'm going to give this information over to such and such and incriminate y'all. So either you roll with the plan and you get Ruben, or, I'm going to do this. So there was some form
of slipped my mind. That did slip my mind because they Ruben was they really wanted Ruben too. And so if they did kill him, I still think they kind of be like, okay, we don't get Ruben, but look, we've eliminated Sissy and Franklin with your loose threads. We got Teddy back. We'll try to get Ruben later or something like. I don't know, but that was just kind of wild to me. But then again, look, Sissy was extremely emotional. I understand. I would have been mad too if Teddy is just gonna talk shit like that and be like, "Oh, he's dead. I did this with the body." Oh, you're not just gonna just no, you're not no. But god damn. You couldn't have waited 5 more seconds.
Say the word. Teddy, say Teddy.
Teddy, couldn't wait.
Say the word, Teddy. Please.
I'm trying to put myself in Sissy's shoes here. Okay, look. She feels that the relationship with her son Franklin is over. Because they just talked about that. Mm-hmm. Her brother is dead. Mm-hmm. She don't have a good relationship with Veronique. And Alton is dead too. You don't have anything to live for. I get it. But if you don't have anything to live for, you can still roam free. But you want to spend the rest of your days in prison? I wouldn't have, even if you would have did that back at the warehouse and shot Teddy, at least you still could have gone about your business. You wouldn't have no money, no family, but you still would have been free. Now you're locked up. no family, no money, nothing. That's just, oh my God. And Franklin, I felt sorry for Franklin.
Mama, let's go.
Right when Teddy's finna say the word, you know, like, here's the password. He's like, wow, oh God, what? Oh, Mama said the word. Ah! I would have been screaming too. I was so pissed off, Tyra. I was pissed off, Tyra.
It was,
I didn't like it.
I knew it was happening. I was like, Teddy, like, I was like, she's gonna do this not only because she wants to kill Teddy, but it's almost to kind of spite her son. Like, you're changing, you're breaking down. I don't like who you're becoming, who we became because of this money. Even though we are standing here, and I really low key at this moment have nothing to gain right now except for the satisfaction of killing Teddy and losing all of my livelihood. But I need to kill Teddy. I need to also stop him from transferring that money to you. I was like, wow, sissy.
Yeah. What was funny in the scene though is the other CIA agent.
Oh damn. Oh hell! Like, oh damn it! Like, oh God, damn it! Now what I got?
He was like, wait! I gotta get out of here. You know what I'm saying? What? He gotta explain that to his boss. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he couldn't do nothing. He's supposed to be incognito. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be a ghost. You know, he can't be having the local PD questioning him. That was a funny. You stupid. That was a funny look he had on his face. He was like, oh God. He couldn't even react. He just had to leave. That was funny. I was tickled. Because I mean, I just like seeing them lose. But man, I'm just,
this is like, goodbye, son. I'm just like,
yeah, it's.
I thought Sissy was gonna just leave and walk away. I can't. I thought it was gonna. I thought she accepted after the funeral. I thought she accepted that it was too late and she couldn't change anything about the scenario or about Franklin and his vendetta to get his money back. That was gonna be unchanging. I really thought she was just gonna leave and just walk away. I didn't think that she was gonna go to prison.
Yeah, man. That's I don't like that, man. I don't. It's just like I look, I can truly understand, you know, having an emotional crisis and just like, F it. I have nothing to live for. But you could have waited 5-10 more seconds and then did it.
And they waited. The password is
like, oh God, just that was writers. Why? And it was a writing decision. I'm just thinking, okay, like, what do you think fans want to feel when they're walking away from this? Some type of satisfaction, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want us to live the lesson of, okay, you know, don't trust this, and I don't even want to go down that road, but still, like, I'm not satisfied, Tyra.
That's what I mean.
All 6 seasons for nothing. Nobody wins. Everybody dead in jail and broke.
Though. That's real life, though. In real life, these kind of criminals, this is what happens. Don't nobody win or walk away, you know, happy. That's why I think somebody gonna come up behind. Also,
but it's not okay. Not walk away happy, but walk away with some type of consolation. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, my uncle died and my daddy died, but at least I don't have to work no more. I mean, man. And you're right. The lesson is, look, living this lifestyle, you end up dead or in jail or, you know, broke or whatever. But I am not happy with that decision, Tyra. I'm not.
Well, if Teddy wouldn't have done that, we could have had the money.
True.
Like, he felt safe. Like, we're out in the open. Like, what the hell you mean? He said, really? Like, are you? He looked at her like, are you dumb? Like, what do you? Hell, what the he's dead? Are you stupid? I was like, oh, okay, this is it, because that was the catalyst for her to even feel the way that she felt. If Alton was actually alive, I don't think she would have killed him, but it's like, not only
of course not. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you killed him, but you're gonna be
and was talking shit about it too.
Oh, God, he's dead. Are you stupid? He's dead. Like, idiot, get away from me. I was like, oh,
disgusted Negro. Oh,
he thought he was safe. Like, you ain't gonna shoot me. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me here.
And I'm glad he died in the sense, but I wanted Teddy to suffer more. I really did. Like, I mean, she couldn't just take her time shooting him out there. That's not gonna work. But you know, like, it was really satisfying hearing that corn oil boil in his chest. He's, you know. And so, yeah, it's just I'm disappointed. Tyra, my jaw hit the floor. I was like, what? Are you serious? Excuse me. Are you? I don't know. But
it was literally the embodiment of what Jerome said. why are you so worried about your money? Your mother is becoming unhinged. She's losing her mind. Sissy has lost it. Like this is where she succumbed to.
I see. So, y'all, that's it. We got one episode left. Tyra, how do you feel they're gonna wrap this thing up? What are your final thoughts, man?
I
What are
have
your
no
final
clue.
thoughts?
I have no freaking clue. Like,
what do you want to happen? If you wrote it, if you was writing the show,
my fantasy.
Yes, your fantasy.
I want Oso to be untouched. Leave Oso alone. I would love for this to be a wake up call for Franklin and for him to take Veronique and run the hell away. I would love for Leon to take his ass back to Africa, but
okay.
I don't know. But and I do want to know what's going to happen to Louis, but for the most part, I don't think that it's going to be wrapped up in a nice bow like that.
Yeah. Do you think anybody is? Well, Leon got bread. He got at least a couple of million somewhere. So does Dion. Do you think anybody is going to walk away with any money? Franklin, Gustavo, or Louis? You think they broke, or you think they're going to get a little bit of change?
If
somehow, I
really don't. No, I don't. If it would be anybody, I would think that it would be Leon. But Leon seemed, that's why I was like, you're in here saying whatever to Franklin. Meanwhile, you gonna head back to the PJs to distribute crack. So, and not listen to your wife. But if he just had, I think this will, if anybody will wake up, it'll be Leon, because he has that really strong bond with Sissy. So to find out something like that, I think if nothing else, this will get Leon to walk away, and he walk away with his wife and his money.
Yeah. We got the possible spinoff show with her, and so I want to knock on wood. Hopefully Leon gonna make it, but because I didn't expect Teddy to be blown away like this. But I think Oso's good. I think Leon's good. I think Wanda's good. I'm not Franklin. Is he gonna live? I don't know. I want him to. I don't want. Who's gonna get the money though? Because it was in Teddy's account. I don't know if there was any other account holders. And where did the money
he not give the information to Panera Bread?
He probably did, and they're not married either. So. This is interesting, Tyra. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I'm curious. But you guys let us know what you think is going to happen in the final episode of, I'm finna say Power. No, Snowfall, season 6, episode 10, whatever it's going to be titled. Man, I can't wait to see it. My goodness gracious. It was a great episode, but I'm pissed off at Sissy. Golly, that's just nuts. That is just nuts. That is the only time I've ever screamed. Well, no, I can't talk about that. But I'm just frustrated with Sissy. But guys, you let us know what you think down in the comment section below. Whether you agree, disagree with me and Tyra, or do you feel exactly the same we do? Did you love the episode? Did you hate the episode? Where are you standing right now? How do you feel that this is all going to end? Let us know everything. Spoil it below in the chat, comment section, all of that good stuff. Again, this is episode 9, titled Sacrifice. Oh, that's the wrong button right there. Sacrificed. Let us know. We will be back here same time, same place to wrap up the season finale. Yeah. Tyra, before we head out of here, man, what do you have going on your lovely channel to promote to all the good people out there?
Oh man, I just dropped a video today for Descent.
I'm so tired.
One of the hardest videos I've ever done. I do a whole reflection on not only female but also male sexual assault in films, or just in general. So please go and check that out. That was a hard one. And I also dropped my video for ATL. That's fun. I do a "Give Me My Necklace Back" interlude in the beginning, so that should be hilarious. Please go check that out.
I've never seen it. I'm gonna do that right now.
And I will also, of course, be going live to do my recap of Snowfall tomorrow. So please be on the lookout for all of those things.
Yeah, you didn't go live for episode 8, but it's okay. It's okay.
I did not.
It's all right. Things happen. It's same over here. Guys, same with me. Subscribe. Help me reach 50K. I got another 6,000 people I got to get, but help me get there. Check out my movie reviews, spoiler movie reviews, series reviews, Weekly movie news roundup show. Snowfall, of course, season 6. Power Book 2 Go season 3. Bel Air season 2. I'm gonna make myself big. I'm gonna recap those episodes. I'm 3 behind, but I'm gonna catch up. So thank you for your patience. Got some trailer reactions, some interviews, and other cool videos as well, like all the Oscar nominated films. But guys, again, me and Tyra want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget the Don B. Avery. That's Tyra, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.